Choosing how to invest early in your career could make the difference between getting rich and retiring early, or staying poor for the rest of your life. Investing wisely when you're young has the potential to make you very rich over the course of your entire life. You have the time on your side, and not making the most of those early years would be a waste. So, how are you supposed to know which investments to make when the topic can seem complicated and overwhelming? In this video, I will show you where to invest your money to get returns that are much higher than what you could get from the stock market. It will also show you how to get the most out of your retirement savings, and who knows, it could be all you need to retire very rich at a young age. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our video updates. Plus, it helps us spread the Thrive Wise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Pay down your debts. Yup, the basics. You need to pay down your debts or at least get it under control so that you can pay your bills and still have money left over. If most of your income goes to paying off student loans, car loans, and other debts, you won't have any money left to invest. High interest debt is even more important to get rid of. All kinds of investing involves some risk, but paying down debt doesn't. There is a chance of making money when you invest in the stock market, but there is also a chance of losing money. When you pay off a debt with a 10% interest rate, you will always save 10%. If the interest rate on your debt is close to 10%, it doesn't make sense to take on investment risk to earn a return of 10% or so. Peter Lynch, a well-known hedge fund manager, says that buying a home is one of the best investments you can make. This is a big deal because Lynch is a professional stock picker. From a traditional point of view, buying a home is a great investment because you won't have to pay your landlord's mortgage. It can also give you a great return on your money. Let's say you buy an average home for $350,000 and put down 5% or $17,500. If your home goes up in value by 3% in the first year, that's an increase of $10,500, which gives you a 60% return on your cash investment. Your mortgage balance goes down every time you make a payment, so it makes the most sense to buy a home when the monthly costs are the same or less than renting. If buying a home means tripling your monthly housing costs, it's not such a good idea. Number 2. Invest in a career. You need to find a way to make money that will help you reach your other investment goals. Investing in a career should be the top priority for anyone who hasn't done so already. How can you invest in assets if you're earning minimum wage and have nothing left over after paying your bills? At the very least, you need to make enough money to pay your bills and have something left over, even if it's not much. Investing in a career also means finding something that you enjoy to put enough effort into and something that you'd be willing to do for a long time. Consistently making money over time is what will get you to the next level. This won't happen if you jump from job to job and try new things all the time instead of sticking to just one avenue. Number 3. Pay yourself first. What does this mean? Paying yourself first isn't a new idea, but it's worth repeating because if you don't do it, you're not likely to invest at all. So here's how it works. Every week, month, or whenever you get paid, set aside a certain amount to invest. Do this before you pay your bills, going shopping, or going out. You could live a better life by buying nicer clothes, driving a better car, or taking more trips. However, the money you will save will grow to incredible amounts over a couple of decades. Just a little bit of money set aside today could mean hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars by the time you retire. Investing 10% of your income is a good place to start, and you can increase this percentage as you get better at investing. Number 4. Investing. Now here comes the juicy part. You can buy a lot of good things with the money you pay yourself. If your employer matches your 401k contributions, this is a chance to get extra money that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Matching contributions to a 401k is another way to make sure you get back what you put in. Roth IRAs are another option you shouldn't ignore because you don't have to pay income tax on the money you take out of one when you retire. You can lower your taxable income by putting money into a traditional IRA. With this account, you get a tax break in the year you put money in, but the money you take out when you retire is taxed at your regular income tax rate. A taxable brokerage account gives you more freedom than a retirement account, but you'll lose tax breaks because of that freedom. Depending on your income and other factors, the tax savings will be different. But the main benefit of a taxable account is that you can take money out at any time and only have to pay tax on it. When you put money into one of these accounts, you have to decide where the money will be invested so that the money doesn't just sit there and lose value due to inflation. So, how do you do this? Before answering that, I would like you to do something for me. Pause this video right now and do me a huge favor by hitting the like button and click subscribe if you are new. If you did, you're awesome, and thank you so much for your support. And going back, a popular mistake is believing that the cash you contribute is automatically invested. But you have to remember that the 401k and IRA are just types of accounts, not investments. You wouldn't want to put money in these accounts for 20 years or so, only to find out that it wasn't invested and is now almost worthless. You get to decide where the money in the account is put to work. With a 401k, your employer will give you a list of options, such as an S&P 500 index fund from which you can choose from. With an IRA, you can choose from a much wider range of investments, which is a huge benefit. You can choose pretty much any stock or fund, and a low-cost S&P 500 is hard to mess up because it gives you immediate diversification and growth that isn't always steady. For people who are willing to take on more risk, a more aggressive growth fund like a S&P 500 growth fund is a good choice because it has a good mix of risk and potential returns. If you put your money into an aggressive growth fund like Vanguard's VUG, more of it will be put into companies like Amazon, Apple, and Home Depot that are quickly growing. A fund like this will be more volatile, which means it will give better returns than average when the market as a whole is going up, but it will give worse returns than average when the market as a whole is going down. Over a long period of time, an aggressive growth fund should give better returns, which is good for people who plan to save for a long time. A difference of just 2% in your annual rate of return will make a big difference over time, but you have to be ready to handle that volatility, and you should know how risk and reward work together. Number 5. Consider real estate investing. If you want to take the idea of buying a home to the next level and make a lot more money, consider buying a property that can be rented out. First-time homebuyers can also become real estate investors by buying a duplex or a triplex. For example, the rental income could cover all of the costs of the home, including the mortgage. And with the first-time buyer program, only a small down payment is needed. If you're willing to take on the responsibility of being a landlord, this is a great move because you'll get a great return on your down payment and your housing costs will also be covered. Number 6. Individual stocks. Individual stocks are loved by investors because they have so much potential. It's possible for a single stock to double or even triple in a short amount of time, but it's very unlikely for a fund with hundreds of different stocks to do the same. There's nothing wrong with buying single stocks as long as you limit them to a small part of your portfolio. Experts recommend not putting more than 10 to 20% of your portfolio into single stocks to limit your chances of losing money. So stick to large, stable blue chip stocks. Stocks like Walmart, Apple, Procter & Gamble, and Coca-Cola are among these. They've been around for a long time, so it's unlikely that they'll go out of business overnight. Rather than throwing your money away and you're never getting it back, invest in companies whose business models you fully understand. Learn as soon as possible where to put your money. Taking just a few small steps right now could make you very rich. So when you reach that age of retirement, I hope you don't miss this chance. Well, that's basically the 6 best investments to make now that will change your life. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And hey, it seems that YouTube thinks that the next video can completely transform your financial situation. Watch it to find out whether they're correct. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button to see more videos that will help you thrive wisely. Till next time.